Hello friends, in this video we will study different types of translator, that is assembler, compiler and interpreter. So there are three main classification of programming language, that is low level language, middle level language and high level language. Computer can only understand low level language, that is binary numbers. In that, low language can be directly understood by the computer, which is in binary format. But middle level language and high level language needs to be converted into low level language. So, to translate middle level language and high level language into low level language, we need translator. Translators are computer programs that are used to convert instructions into the binary format. There are three types of translator available, that is assembler, second one compiler and third one interpreter. Assembler is used to convert middle level language, that is assembly language, into low level language, also called as machine code. To convert high level language into low level language, compiler is used. Here, compiler converts all the instructions written in high level language into low level language. The next translator is interpreter. Interpreter works similar to compiler. The difference is that compiler converts all the instructions into low level language at one time, whereas interpreter converts one instruction at a time into low level language. That is, at starting, first instruction is converted into low level language, then after converting first instruction, second instruction will be converted, and so on. Now we will study each translator in detail. The first one is assembler. Assembler is a computer program which is used to translate program written in assembly language into machine language. So whatever instructions written in assembly language needs to be converted into machine language, that is in binary format. So if you have written instruction in assembly language, after writing those instructions, that instruction will be passed to the assembler. After that, assembler will take that instructions and will convert that instructions into machine code, that is in binary format. So now those converted instructions which are in binary format can be directly executed by computer. The translated program or instructions are also called as object program or object code. Apart from converting instructions from assembly language into binary format, assembler is also used to check each instructions if some error is there, and if mistake is found in instructions, assembler will generate automatic message and tells to correct that mistake by giving appropriate message. Now we will see one example. Suppose if we want to add two numbers and to make addition of any two numbers, we are writing instructions in assembly language. So to write instruction in assembly language, we have to use mnemonics. So to make addition, we have to write instruction add R1, R2. Here add is used for addition, which is in mnemonic format. R1 is the first number and R2 is the second number. So this instruction tells that whatever the values present in R1 and R2 should be added, and the result should be stored in R1. So as you know, whatever instructions you have written using assembly language are not in machine code or in binary format, that is in zeros and ones. So the instruction which you have written, that is add R1, R2, cannot be executed directly by computer. It should be in binary format. So to convert this instruction into binary format, we will use assembler. So after using assembler, all the instructions written in assembly language will be converted into binary format, and then that binary format can be easily executed by computer and will give you the result based on instruction which you have given. For example, the value of R is 6 and the value of R2 is 3. So in binary format, 6 will be represented as 0, 1, 1, 0, and 3 will be represented as 0, 0, 1, 1. And the mnemonic code, that is add, will be represented as 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. So when you pass this instruction, that is add R1, R2 to the assembler, it will be converted into binary format, and that instruction after translating by assembler will be 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. And then this binary format computer can understand easily and gives the result by adding these two numbers, and you will get the result, that is 1, 0, 0, 1 in binary format, which is 9, and that result will be stored in R1. So by using this assembly instruction, you can perform addition of any two numbers. Now we will study second type, that is compiler. A compiler is a computer program that translates the instructions written in high-level language to executable machine language. So as you know, computer can only understand machine language. So if you are writing instructions in high-level language, that instruction should be converted into machine language by using compiler. So when you translate instructions into machine language, it is called as object code. The process of transferring high-level language instructions into object code by using compiler is a lengthy and complex process as compared to assembler. Compilers have automatic capabilities to generate error messages if some mistakes are there while writing the instructions using high-level language. When you translate the instructions using compiler, and if mistake is found in instructions after compiling, that mistake should be corrected whenever needed, and the instructions has to be compiled again. The process is repeated until the instructions are free from mistakes and then translated to an object code. When instructions are error free, then you can execute that object code in computer. So now we will see what are the job of compiler. The first one, compiler is used to translate high-level language instructions into machine codes. That means instructions written in high-level language will be converted into machine language. Second one, compiler is used to trace variables in the program. So variables are basically used to store the information. That information can be numbers, alphabets, words, etc. So to check this information stored in variables in proper format, compiler is used. There are different types of variables available depend on what information is stored in variable. We will see these different types of variables in detail in upcoming sessions. Third one, compiler is used to include linkage for subroutine. Linkage is used to combine two or more object codes. What is linkage? We will see in detail in the next session. Fourth one, compiler is used to allocate memory for storage of program and variables. So compiler is also used to tell where exactly the instructions or program and variables should be stored in the computer. Fifth one, compiler is used to generate error messages if there are errors in the program. So whenever you make mistakes while writing the instructions and when you compile those instructions, compiler will tell that you have made mistakes while writing the instructions by giving the appropriate message. High-level languages such as C, C++, and Java uses the compilers to convert the instructions. To translate C programming language instructions, we can use different types of compilers such as Turbo C, GCC, C Lang, Portable C, Tiny C. Now we will study the third type, that is interpreter. The basic purpose of interpreter is same as that of compiler. In compiler, all the instructions are translated completely and directly executable version is created. Whereas interpreter translate each instruction, execute it, and then the next instruction is translated, and this goes on until the end of the program. So suppose in your program there are 10 instructions written, and if you are translating the instruction using compiler, then all the 10 instructions will be translated into machine code. But if you are using interpreter to translate the 10 instructions, here at starting, out of 10 instructions, first instruction will be translated, and then that instruction will be executed. After executing the first instruction, the second instruction will be translated, and then that instruction will be executed. After executing second instruction, the third instruction will be translated, and this process will continue till the last instruction. In this case, object code is not stored and reused. Every time the program is executed and the interpreter translates each instruction freshly. JavaScript, Perl, Python are the examples of interpreter languages. Next, we will study the advantages of interpreter. The first one, good at locating errors in programs. So because we are translating each instruction separately, if mistake is made while writing instruction, it is easy to find those mistakes. Second one, debugging is easier since the interpreter stops when it encounters an error. So whenever mistake is identified by interpreter, it stops there only, so we can solve that error very easily. Third one, if an error is removed, there is no need to retranslate the whole program. So now we will see the disadvantages of interpreter. First one, rather slow because every time object code needs to be created. Second, no object code is produced, so a translation has to be done every time when the program is running. Third one, for the program to run, the interpreter must be present. So while executing the program, instruction should be present at that time. So as till now we have studied three translators which are used to translate instructions into machine code. The first one is assembler. Assembler is a program which is used to translate instructions written in assembly language into machine language. Second one is compiler. A compiler is a computer program that translates all the instructions written in high level language into machine language. The third one is interpreter. Interpreter translates each instruction into machine language, executes it, and then the next instruction is translated. And this goes on until the end of the program.